The time Stephen Walsh thought I was propositioning him, and that's how this starts. And you're like, wait a minute, Jane, you're talking about rosaries. Well, it is an amazing story. Again, just like the Carrie Clatta, and I'm so glad so many of you love that. This is also one of those moments where if I said, we made this up, you would say, wait a minute. No, this is truth is stranger than fiction. I own this in many colors. We have a brand new color. It sells out every time it's on the air. It's only here at QVC, and it's the Connemara marble faux pearl and coil bracelet. It basically is a full rosary in a bracelet. So you have this fashionable piece of jewelry on, but you always have a moment of solace and faith by your side. Don't wait, it fits everybody. It's the perfect Easter, Mother's Day, just because, graduation, wedding, because we have it for you in the white pearl, 800 left, and we've already sold 500. We have it in the green pearl, 900. I own the pink pearl because that was the original, 850. Jenny O'Christopher, did you ever hear this story about this bracelet? Okay, so Jenny's listening. It's really Jen DeChris. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say your full name on TV. Here is the gray. 650, and then this is how it comes. So Stephen Walsh, please come in to this conversation. And I will start with my part of the story, but please shop as you listen. So my dad was still living. I was down in his basement. I was doing his laundry. We grew up in a tiny little house in Delco. And I opened up this cabinet above the sink, and in a mason jar where I saw pink pearls. And I was like, what is that? So I pulled it out, and it was a coil bracelet, but I could tell it was the rosary. And I said, oh, this was my Nana's. My Nana died when I was 2 years old. I was actually with her when she passed away. I sat and held her hand. I know, it was an amazing connection. And so I've always felt so bonded to my beautiful Nana. So then, fast forward, we're doing Irish goods, and the time Stephen Walsh thought I was asking him to go to my dressing room for nefarious reasons. Stephen, take it away.
As we go along, I think Sean Tracy at this moment, please look away.
I think he might be at a pub right now, so I think we're
well,
safe.
That's all right. So Jane Tracy at the end of one of the St. Patrick's Day shows, Stephen, please come back to my dressing room. There's something special I want to show you. So off we went. Oh, this is the truth. Anyway, boys and girls, this is I tell you. Anyway, so out of the drawer, she showed me this coil pink pearl, faux pearl rosary bracelet, and told me the story about how she'd found it in a mason jar, how it had been her Nana's. And she said, Stephen, wouldn't it be a lovely idea if you could replicate that, maybe using Connemara marble beads, or, you know, the fact I'm a rosary maker. So I said, now, under threat of death from Jane Tracy, like, boys and girls, do not mess with this woman. So I promised on Scout's honour and the like that I would bring it home safely. So I brought it back to Dublin. And the next day, or the 2 days later, I was in the office. I showed my late father, John. I said, look at this really interesting idea that Jane Tracy showed me. Look at this coil rosary bracelet.
Wait for it.
And my father came over kind of funny. He said, you know something? I made that. My company made that some 30 years ago. It was like he was transported back.
I have full chills.
And I thought, it's like, how could this happen? There's my own dear father had made the same product and obviously exported it to the States, or however it got into the hands of Jane's family. And here it was coming back full circle.
I mean,
isn't that just amazing? You can't make this up.
And she was the Irish in my mom's life. My mom's dad was German, but my grandmother was a Cahill, Bessie Cahill. So someone gave her this Irish coil bracelet. Maybe they brought it from Ireland. Maybe, I don't know how. But I mean, that is a story that we cannot make up, and it is here for you and has always been beloved. And the thing is, Stephen, I love the fact that you went back to this famous coil bracelet that we've done for years at QVC, but did it in the faux pearl because that was the original. Right. And it is just perfect with springtime colors. We've had 1,000 ordered, Stephen. Here's what's left. If you want the white, 550. If you want the green, and it's such a soft, pretty spring green, 750. If you want the pink, which was the original, 750, and the brand new gray we've never done before, fewer than 500. And so it's a symbol of faith, and it's jewelry all in one, packaged this way and lovingly made in Ireland. So that's the story. But what we find is, with this wonderful sale price and the easy pay of under $10 a month, we literally can't keep this bracelet in stock. Right, Stephen?
Absolutely, because this is amazing. Again, coming back to the bracelet and take a look, the way the beads are in those faux pearls, your pater beads, your Our Father beads are in a faceted Connemara marble bead. You can just see there's a gentle faceting on them. You have the crucifix on one end, you have the miraculous medal on the other end, and you wear this. This comes back to the history in Ireland of an podrin beag, it's called in the Irish language, the little rosary that can be worn. And, you know, traditionally you do not wear a classic rosary, but with this you can just slip it on your wrist, and like you're maybe sitting waiting in traffic, or you're in a doctor's waiting room and you just want that connection of hope and of peace and of faith, and you can just run your hand over the beads and have that moment of peace and calm and tranquility, and you can, you know, say your little prayer, wish your intention, wish someone well. You know, someone is always listening when you pray. And I think this is a most lovely way that you, in your own private way, can practice your faith or enjoy that moment of tranquility, because beads and the holding of beads has gone on for centuries. In Ireland, the earliest rosaries were made by the monks in those great monastic settlements. So keeping this tradition alive, and the way this just slips on and slips off, it will fit almost all sizes.
Oh, pretty much
gift
everybody.
Box, so if you're giving it as a gift, and it's just gorgeous. What a symbol of faith, what a lovely connection. And I just love the historic story of Jane finding this, and the fact that my own late father had actually produced the same one that had come into her possession. You know, it's just amazing, and I think this is just an item of joy, of beauty, and of faith, and I'm just immensely proud. And Jane, like, you know, to have brought this whole story together, what a, you know, our unique friendship is just amazing. It's just amazing.
It was meant to be. And we've had 2,000 ordered, Stephen. Also, I've had friends say, I'm not Catholic, and I wear it. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Like, if you don't know what the rosary is, we talked to a woman, honestly, remember, Stephen, she was of the Jewish faith, and she told us she bought one of your rosaries not to pray on it, just because she was fascinated by it and she wanted to have that moment of meditation. I mean, this is for everyone. And let me let you know what's happening, because 2,000 were ordered. Here's what's left. In the white pearl, which is a June birthday moment, any of them are, we're down to 100. We had 900 a minute ago.
My goodness.
If you want the soft spring green, 70, that's for Easter. Now, the original that I still have, I have Stephen's version and the original. Stephen's fits better. That was the soft pink. $5.50, so that is that Mother's Day moment. And then the gray is brand new. Gray pearls are my favorite. There's only 200 left there, and it does come in this packaging. So if you want to go ahead with Made in Ireland on it and send that bill to ship to right now, you can. Stephen, I'm always on the lookout for something else in a mason jar for you, my friends. So stay tuned.
Go find it. Absolutely. Well, what a thrill and what a pleasure to share your heritage, your story with what we can bring to you. And I know people, once they get these, are going to so enjoy them and love them, and made with pride by my family for all my friends in America, and you'll just love these. And
Stephen, the white sold out. The white sold out.
Oh, goodness.
Should I wear the green? Okay, I'll put on the green, because the white sold out. We're left in pink, green, and gray. And as a shout out to John Walsh, Stephen's dad, I always think that maybe this bracelet came to my grandmother, because I don't know, in the early 60s, because your father traveled to the United States and met John Fitzgerald Kennedy on the lawn of the White House when Irish vendors came in, and he was able to shake his hand, and he asked him about his children. So maybe that was the connection, because my grandmother loved him as well. So, fewer than 1,000, gotta wrap up. Stephen's back with a fashionable ring. Speaking of rings, don't miss out on the Carrie Clatta. That has been very popular as well.